Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. It's early in the morning here in Mississippi, and it's kind of cool because it's so early. I can't sleep. I was lucky today. I got quite a few hours after being so tired and worn out. And I'm thinking about us, as always, how we can live. And, something crossed my mind. Evil is ugly, I believe. At least the results of evil action always appear to be ugly. And I kind of understand why evil wants to be hid, doesn't want to be known, just want to be denied. It's shameful, very, very shameful again. And all of the people who are not, I want to say not bona fide evil, might not understand this particular predicament. But the truth of the matter is, as I was thinking that earlier, the truth is that all of us are evil. All of us, ladies and gentlemen, really are evil. We have fixed in our minds something to justify our actions, to say that we are acceptable, that the master accepts us. And we have all different kinds of reasons for doing that. But when we come down to it, what does it mean not to be evil? It basically, as far as we understand, it means to be righteous. And what does righteous mean? Righteous means to do those things that furthers progression, that furthers life without at least the pain and suffering. Because pain and suffering might be attached to everything. It might be required in growth of anything, and yet it's something we want to abstain. So we say that righteous is doing the things that's liberating. Righteous is the thing that takes the frowns away and release the smile. Righteous is hello. And so if you can't be that joyous about it, yes, I will want to hide it. Here's the only problem with hiding it. You hide it, you try to forget it, and the next thing you know, you are awakened because you are repeating it. Now, they're talking about critical race theory. I heard somebody talking about that. And for so many reasons, there are people saying this and saying that. I want you to know this. The people who are fine with it being taught, they know its purpose. So they don't mind it. But the people who are objecting, they know what it's doing. It's telling the truth. And they do not want to know. They don't want others to know. Why wouldn't a slave master want the rest of a free society, or supposedly free society, to know that they are descendants from a race of people that did those kinds of things that were done to slaves? I mean, you don't want anybody to know that. So you stand up against it. You try to hide it. Well, here again, they say at a time that they're trying to hide it. I'm just mentioning this, ladies and gentlemen. This was not my intent from the beginning. But at the same time that they're trying to hide it, down in the southern states, such as Texas, such as Alabama, such as other places, they are trying to change the way the present laws are to redirect them back to the days when all of the slavery existed. Now, for me, as spokesman and advocate of basic human rights, talking about stuff like that can have its purpose, it can have its benefits, if that is why you're doing it. But something is more important than that. And the thing that's most important is, where are you trying to go? What do you want? You want liberation. If you want liberation, then go for liberation. What is liberation about? It's about freedom. It's about the ability to live. It's about the ability to be at a balance with any and everyone, owing nothing to anyone except what your contribution is in the process. And what it is that which allows you to have your career. And in the careers that's injected from all of the individuals on the earth doing what they do, it actually caused a creation of those things that have been given to us through the minds of human beings that are as expressions of that individual power that we cannot see, that allows our dreams and aspirations to be met, to be filled, to give us life at the same time being an instrument of creation. Now, in a situation like that, you don't have time to be a bigot. You don't have time to hate, to be a racist. You don't have time to lie, to cheat, or steal. Why? Because the things that you have been given to do that are innate in us, and they being expressed, gives us our greatest joy. So what could life be more than joyous? See, when life is joyous, you're not complaining. You're not frustrating. It's all good. And on top of that, you have everything that you need that exists at the hands of the corroboration of you, the people. It belongs to all of you. And anybody that stands up against that is as blind as a bat and can only see in the dark what you call hell. So I'm trying to condemn the idea that you can be for life and love hating. You can't. And as long as that is an experience that you feel or have to endure, as long as that is the reality, you can forget the kind of things of peace and prosperity and freedom and joy in your life and the fulfillment of your dreams, your needs, your wants, and your desires being met. Why? Because you're not on that path. Now, why am I saying these things? Because I personally believe that most people are like one another, that they want these things that I just got through talking about. I believe everybody wants. Now, in my experience, people have just had some differences about how to achieve. Some people believe that in order to achieve things such that I mentioned, that you got to be robust. You got to go through some extremes. That means you might be willing to lie to get it. You might have to steal to get it. You might have to cheat and kill. And all the stuff that you do might create some animosity. It might cause you to start hating. It might find some justification by trying to redirect the flow of truth. Not calling you a racist or anything. Just a whole bunch of hell trying to survive, dog eat dog, having no understanding of the power that you can't see. And so you try to take that power to yourself and you become as a devil. Golly. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. And I'm going to go and close this. The reason that I keep talking about this stuff is because I want to live as though when you dream about heaven, it's all good. Then you hear somebody talk about thy will be done on this earth as is in heaven. And you start talking about the truth that will set you free to do these kinds of things. I want that. And to me, since I want that, then I look at things that prevents that. And I see almost everything that happens around us has been twisted to prevent the beauty of life. And people walk around with all kinds of egos. And if they only knew what they represent when they stand against life, they fix it. But they don't know. That's the thing that allows life to keep on going through these struggles. Because until we fix it, that means we don't know. And going through these ups and downs, that's the school whereby we have to get the knowledge that teaches us about what is life and how to get it. And what we're doing now indicates that we don't know what life is. We don't know how to get it. And people who are talking about it like I'm up here talking about it right now, if I ever have any effect, it means that I will would have come closer to the truth, or you have moved a little bit closer to the desire of wanting to know the truth, and it is having some effect. And from that, either some quick motivational changes will occur to make this thing happen faster, or, well, history says that people who talk and speak the truth and people listen, that they are murdered. And people who speak the truth anticipate being murdered. I really do. I mean, oops. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll just leave it there. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. And until next time, this is the spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people saying, good morning.